Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. Last time we left off, we'd set up our initial museum, done a few expeditions and unlocked this lovely half-constructed skeleton. We've got 2 more pieces to find for that one, and then that should really boost our buzz rating. But we are going to come out of our photo mode now. I'm just going to pause things because we have some new tasks to do. We've got to build a gift shop, make 5 trinket stand sales, and buy 2 vending machines. Now, our vending machines are going to be very simple. We are just going to grab a cheesy gubbins machine, and we're going to put that right here in the middle, and then we're going to put a burp machine on the other side of it. We'll probably try and get them as close to that little gap as possible there. So I'm just going to move this one as well, get it in right behind it so that's pretty much backing out onto it. And then we have our 2 vending machines in a prime location. I don't quite like where that one's ended up, so we're just going to move it back a little bit. Try and keep it nice and uniform. There we have it. And then we need to build our gift shop. Now, the gift shop, traditionally in a museum, what happens is they make you do, you come in, you'll go to the gift shop, and then you will go around the museum, and you'll have to, go into the gift shop again through the other side. So that's how they kind of get your money off you. So that's where I'm going to put that in. Then we're going to get a prehistory bookcase. I think that'll be a nice little addition there. We'll put another one in, and then we need to put a nice plushy stand. Again, prehistory. Who can resist? These guys are really cute. So then we'll add in a couple more trinket stands. We'll have one there and one there. And then we can put our checkout counter in. Now I'm going to customize this. We can pretty much pick the color as we see fit. And I'm going to make it nice and kind of do it like a little bit of a brownie color, I guess. That will do. That's nice. And then we can put it down. And we do need a assistant to work in this one. And we're going to put the counter somewhere where it's reachable. There we go. We'll probably have to move this little plushy stand. I'm going to put that right in the path of the doors so it's completely unmissable. And you can see right here we get a room decoration rating. Currently it's at 24%. So let's boost that a little bit by putting in some statues and stuff. I can put an explorer there. That takes us up to level 3, and that's at 43% now. 44, good, right? We'll put a little bit of prehistory bump around the wall. And again, that takes it up to 97, 98, 99. One more item will do it. So let's get a nice little amber thing above there. And that takes us up to 100%. We can't complete it because the checkout counter is currently blocked by something. So we'll just move that. There we go. Right. Okay. We can complete the room now. Sell whatever invalid item is in there. And we need to hire an assistant. So let's see. What have we got? Ted Sandals. Delicate, slow recovery from injury. He's got a nice smelling face though, which improves the immediate environment by 5%. We then have a loyal globetrotter of an assistant in Benedict Wetter. So we're going to have Benedict work in our gift shop. Now, my kind of aim is to then start having this all kind of, hello pigeon, what are you flying or are you just there? Oh, they're flying. But he's kind of stuck mid-flight. Anyway, we're going to move on. We've got to make 5 trinket stand sales. So let's speed that up so that that gets fulfilled. So my idea is to have them kind of walk around and loop all the way through, getting back to the gift shop as they leave. I could have put the gift shop up here so that they're kind of forced into it as this road goes around, but for now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. We will dive in a little bit deeper to some of the other decorative stuff you can put in terms of building your own custom walls and stuff. As you can see, there were already some put in place here when we started the level, but that's something that we're going to explore as the tutorial kind of takes us further into things. Now then, guest reviews. We've already covered this a little bit on our first episode, but here's the official tutorial bit. When a guest is done at the museum, they'll leave a review. Reviews reflect a guest's buzz, knowledge, environment, and happiness. When a guest is done at the museum, we know this, and ensure these are high by increasing our museum level. The museum level tracks the museum's total buzz, as well as the quality of your staff. A higher museum level means a bigger and better museum. So buzz, knowledge, and guest happiness, they are all of the key components to creating a really good museum. You can already see we have a load of ticked off here from doing all of the stuff that we required to get our exhibits looking good. Got good decorations in there. We just need to receive 10 guest reviews. Now we only get that by having guests coming through the museum and then leaving very happy. Now one thing I do want to check is, are my donation stands getting a boost from that? Yes, they are. They must be. Let's have a quick look. If I just pick it up, yes, they are. So that donation stand there gets a lot of traffic from everybody. But we could increase this further by just plonking down another donation stand, and I'm going to put it right on the edge there of where our sharpened top skeleton is. Now, speaking of which, we need to get back out there, so we're going to start a new expedition, and we're going to try and get the next piece of the sharpened tops. So, Rib Row is where we need to go. We're going to start our expedition. We are going to have a autofill with Jarin's source. Actually, is that going to work? Yes. So Jarin will get an improvement to the exhibit, the expedition survey level, because of his photographic memory. So we're going to go with a detailed one. We'll get a 20% increase to our survey level. We're also going to add some cargo in there to reduce the snake bite injury with a first aid kit. Obviously, quicksand is still a thing. Jarin doesn't quite have the survival skills to do that yet, but once we get training, we're going to be able to do that, take that on, and that'll look really, really good. So you can see now we're starting to flesh this place out a little bit more. Obviously, we can't do much. We haven't yet got to the stage where we can start really expanding things. Again, this is just the tutorial, so there's not a lot more we can do. I can actually bring in another janitor. We've got robust and toilet terror. We don't want toilet terror. Nimble improves their movement speed. Let's take Davina Meringue. We'll take you, and there we go. So then they can start cleaning up a little bit more, keeping our exhibits looking nice. You can see here this honeyed bee dropping down to 80% there. 74, 95. I think we actually need these sort of stuff for that. Discounted, yeah, okay, we'll take Neville Flavor maybe. We'll reject this one, but we do have a new applicant, so we could potentially Meaty Asher. Loyal and a nice smelling face. There we go. You will do nicely. So we have a reward crate here. Let's get that open. And what do we get this time? Is it another part? It is the tail hammer of a sharpened tops. Excellent. We'll attach that to our exhibit, and then we will send out another expedition immediately. That's our next guest review done. The coal mines are the next location on the Bone Belt map, but the route is blocked by an obstruction at Cranial Crossing. Obstructions are point of interest that don't offer exhibits and block your path to new locations on the map. We need to clear this obstruction. Passing through Cranial Crossing will be dangerous, really dangerous. You'll need to train an expert in survival skills before we can attempt the expedition. You'll find that training room is the answer to many of the questions facing the museum. So we need to build our training room. We're going to build this one quite close to the staff room. I just think that seems like a logical place for it. And eventually we'll be able to hide all of our staff buildings once we start designing this museum in a little bit more of a robust way. So we just need to put in all of the stuff for a training room. I am going to put in a couple of extra items to try and bulk it out a little bit and just boost the decoration rating. We're currently at 60, 74, 74%. Let's see what else we can put in. We'll just put a plant in there. And that takes us up. Oh, it's only at 14%, 15. Ah, okay, so this just kind of works like prestige then, I guess. Maybe there's like a max level. So this is going all the way up to like 100%. And then we'd need to put some more stuff in to boost it further. Right, our training room is built anyway. Let's just have a quick look back over here then. The gift shop, so 5 is the maximum. That's good to know. Right, we have built a training room. Now we need to open our training menu and we need to train somebody. Now I want to train Jarin and give Jarin survival skills. So that's what's going to happen now. Once Jarin is trained in survival skills, he'll be able to go back out. But in the meantime, we're going to start another expedition out to Ribro, and we'll just have somebody do it. I don't really care who. Claudette Skinner has been the one who's picked. She does have the bookworm, but that just gives her experience. I keep forgetting to do that. We're going to, once again, first aid kit is going to go in. We will have a detailed expedition, again, just so we can boost the survey level as quickly as possible, and off they go. We leave things speeding up because I do want to get our expert trained in survival skills so we can clear Cranial Crossing as quickly as possible. We're still making a nice bit of money, and we do, hopefully, we'll get this one finished, and then we can have the sharpened tops looking really nice. But at the moment, quite happy with things. Our sharpened tops hasn't quite hit the decoration buzz level yet, and it's because it doesn't seem to have all of the decorative items around it that it needs, but also because we've only found 2 pieces. So we now have our expert trained in survival skills. So hopefully once they get back from Rib Row, we will have another box to open. There we go. What have we uncovered this time? Let's get it open. Thank you, Claudette. A very good expedition as always from you. We have unlocked a Boulder-Dillo skeleton. Okay, that's a new one. But we will put our Boulder-Dillo over here next to this donation bin. That wasn't quite what I was looking for, but we'll let them off. We will now go to Cranial Crossing and we will have our friend Jarin head on over there. We'll also give them a first aid kit and we will start our expedition. Now this just gives us experience once it's been cleared. It doesn't actually give us any artifacts or anything, as we've already kind of discussed and learned. I do seem to have a bit of an issue there where one of our assistants has gone on a break and we are now down. So Lance Cloud, Brendan Bungle. Let's go with Lance Cloud. He's a little bit cheaper, so we can put him into the ticket booth, get him working. What about over here then? Because I feel like, ooh, we've got a dilemma on our travels. Dilemmas are high-stakes events that pause expedition progress. Dilemmas force you to make an executive decision to get the team moving again. Your choice might be a total success or an abject disaster. It's up to you. Your expedition team have encountered a dilemma at Cranial Crossing. Now, I had a vote on this on Steam, and I know what happens if we fetch the flask, but I'm still going to do it anyway because I think that's the fairest thing to do. Oh, okay, that wasn't what happened. Last time I got a negative trait from it, so it seems like it's completely random. Fetching the flask, overcome with curiosity, your expert reaches the ledge and drinks the contents of the flask, feeling instantly invigorated and more invincible than ever. That is great. We've got a new trait for Jarin, who's already looking pretty solid as a member of our staff, and he's now even more solid. In fact, he's so solid, he's robust. Excellent. Right, so over here in the Sharp and Top skeleton, we do need to add in a few more items of decoration, but also over here at the Boulder-Dillo, they need a fossil decal decoration near to it. So we're going to go over here. We are going to find that decal, and it is this footprint decal. We're going to put one down there. We're going to put another one over here, and we're going to kind of do like a little bit of a footprint trail, I think, to guide our guests through to our Boulder-Dillo. There we go. Then we're going to put a couple of tusks just in the background here. I think they're really nice little places to have them because they fill in that little blank space at the back there. We're then going to put in a couple of these at the back as well to really finish it all off, and then we'll have some amber hanging lanterns there, and that puts the Boulder-Dillo skeleton up to 4 of 5. It just needs a fossil decal. Now that's not a fossil decal. Our fossil decal is the little one here. We're going to put that right there, and then again you can see here all we need to do is get the second piece, and over here the Sharp and Tops just needs its third and final piece to get up to the full buzz that it needs. Good. Right, we do have some cues holding up there. We do need to display an exhibit from the cold mines. Of course, we've got that crate to open from Cranial Crossing and see what Jarin has brought us back, but it is just experience, staff XP. There we go. We can claim that. And once our helipad is up and running again, we can send someone else off on a new expedition. And I should really go to the cold mines, but I'm going to head over to Ribro again. We're going to have Jarin go and do it. We're going to have Jarin take an emergency first aid kit, and we are going to have it as a detailed expedition. Off you go, Jarin. And we'll try and get these filled out before we end the episode and move on to the coal mines. That might happen in this episode. It might have to wait until the next one. I'm also going to add in a few more of these little footprints because I think they're pretty nifty. And we're going to give our guests an option to split and go in a different direction over here. And we're kind of just mapping out a little route for them, really. All the way around. And then eventually it links back up. It looks a bit strange, but I think it's cool. You know, sometimes you get these little arrows guiding your guests and stuff on places to go, and it does actually boost the decoration rating of the whole room. So here we go. What have we got back now? Jarin again doing the business for us. What have you brought us this time? It is the spiked skull of the sharpened tops, which we can now attach, and that gives us a sticker book. Now, you can get loads of shiny stickers, and these are basically for your pristine exhibits. That's how you get your shinies. So the objective for them is to discover a pristine quality exhibit. Obviously, we have our sharpened tops, and that is really useful. We've also unlocked the carrion trail. Now, I don't really know what that is right now, but at the moment you can see here the buzz rating is maxed out on our sharpened top skeleton. We're going to do one more expedition, and we're going to go again back to Ribro. You can see here we're at 75%. So if we increase the survey level by using blah blah blah, we already know this. We still have these dinosaur bones that we can pick up. Hopefully, we'll get that in the last part of the Boulder skeleton. We're going to send Claudette this time. We're going to give her a first aid kit. We'll go with a detail. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. We want to send Jarin again. I know it's the same guy once again. We've taken Jarin. We do have the risk of helicopter damage, but we're still going to send him. And then we can get over to the cold mines. Hopefully, this will give us our Boulder. And you can see we're still getting plenty of money here. I wonder if they're missing an info stand to really boost the appeal of this space here. So my info stand is going to go right there. And that will display information for the Boulder. So we should be able to give our guests the knowledge that they need. We have received helicopter damage there, so I'm going to find out what we can do about that when it finally returns. Hopefully it's just a case of having our janitors fix it up, but you can see here we're starting to get some cues. There we go. What do we get? Come on, let it be the last one. The last piece of our Boulder. It certainly is the spiky head, shell and tail of a Boulder. Excellent. Right, guests are waiting far too long to queue, so I think it's probably time that we put in a second tent or tickets. There we go. And we do need an assistant to work it, so why not grab another one? We'll have Will Gump, who is robust. There we go. Excellent. Right, coal mines. Let's have a quick look. How is this looking? Not quite sure what helicopter damage does right now. We have unlocked the carrion trail, but what we need to do is go to the coal mines. Now, the coal mines requires a prehistory exhibit, an assistant, and a janitor. So let's set up this expedition. We're going to have Jarin go there. Then we want an assistant. What we actually want is probably one of the robust staff members, or we could take Benedict, who has a Globetrotter perk, which means the expeditions will increase his happiness. So we'll take Benedict, and then we currently have no relevant traits there, so I'll take Davina Meringue. In fact, I'm going to take out Benedict, and I'm going to have just a random one go in, because they are robust, so they will recover from any injuries really quickly. We're going to take the first aid kit, which gets rid of the rock slide. We also have like snow delay and lost in caves, which could boost the amount of time that it takes us to do this. For now, though, that seems like a decent expedition. They are now off. It does take us 2 months, so it is a fairly long expedition. But once we get the coal mines exhibit put in place, we'll probably be able to expand things somewhat. I'm just going to have that one go there. And actually, I'm going to delete this one. And then we'll just move this one up a touch. So it gets to there, and then we go off to the singular one. I'll move this one a little bit, try and get them a little bit less messy. There we go. That's better, so it all kind of feeds into that one path that leads them through the rest of the museum. And we are currently exploring the coal mines, so this may take us some time. Our vending machines are getting a little bit full in terms of the queues there, but it seems to be manageable. Got plenty of seating spaces at the moment that aren't being used, but I will actually put down another bench, and I think we can probably put a couple here, just side by side, just so that we've got a little bit of extra rest space. And then I'm going to put one right there and another one there, just so that people have some space to sit. In fact, let's move this one and pull it a touch closer. There. And then another one can go in there. Oh, no, it needs to come forward a touch. There. That's it. Nice little space to sit, and it kind of ends in a nice natural position, which is pretty good. So we're still exploring the coal mines. I didn't keep track of any events that have been happening there so far, so we'll just wait and hope that they come back. But you can see here our guest happiness is pretty high. Average toilet need is quite high though, so maybe we should move our toilet block into a little bit more of a main part of the museum. I'm thinking we build a new toilet block over here. So it could go like this. And then we'll put in some cubicles. Like that. Get the door in. And some sinks. Ooh, no hand dryer. Oh, well, that's a surprise. But yeah, we'll do that. That'll do. That actually makes us lose the benches that were there, but we'll replace them with some of these just single benches there. Like that. And then this toilet block we can actually get rid of. And that will allow me to pick up my training room and put it there with an extra bit of wall in. There we go. Right, we've got our expedition back from the coal mines. Let's see what they've come back with. Frozen beehive, an iced treat. Barely seen, it's epic, it requires a cold environment. Now, I'm going to place this and I'm going to show you what happens when we place an item that belongs in a cold climate. I'm going to put it right here on the corner. Like so. Now, as you can see, we've found a frozen find. That's cool. Anything frozen will eventually melt and be gone forever unless it's kept at a cold temperature. Place coolers nearby to stop it becoming a defrosted exhibit. So we need to buy a freezer. And we're going to put our freezer right here next to that item. We've also unlocked some decorative items and stuff. And as word gets out and your county fame increases, you can expect new types of guests to arrive at the museum. Families are bound to turn up soon, and I'm not sure you've noticed, but they can often include children. Children are immune to the appeal of our info stands. They just don't care for them, not even a bit. They won't accept knowledge from our existing facilities, but they would use an interactive display. Think of interactive displays as a hybrid between exhibits and info stands, providing both buzz and knowledge to guests. They're also a great source of entertainment. Interactive displays can be built in a workshop. Give it a try. So children experience buzz like all other guests, but they won't accept knowledge from our info stands. They're just not interested. Instead, they'll use interactive displays to learn in an engaging way that's totally family friendly and only mildly patronizing. Interactive displays provide buzz, knowledge, and entertainment for all. Build interactive displays in a workshop to diversify your guest experience. So we have now unlocked the workshop, and once again, we're going to finish off here with a nice shorter episode. We're going to have another little look at our museum as it currently stands, which I think is looking a lot more vibrant than our last episode. Next time, we will focus a little bit more on building our workshop and continuing to expand, where hopefully we will finally get a hold of the one-star objectives for this museum. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of 2 Point Museum, and I will see you next time.